simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, this is a big deal for Auburn. New head coach Alex Golish, he told me that he is so excited. They've got some crucial pieces in the transfer portal, and he believes this Auburn job is a diamond. He is ready to make it shine bright here this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have the football first. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big play.
Snags it down the right side. Here he goes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the 1st down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again growing up as a kid. He just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the 1st down.
Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Tries it on the sneak. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And there was time.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. On the run, it's Hill. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Maybe some room here. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. The run inside. It's Hill. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
With the catch, it's Rodgers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
Pressure coming, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Brown wants to pass. He's going for the big play. He's got it for a big play. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Austin Mack looking to the big tight end. The short hands, it's Edwards. How about off that play, getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Mack. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Again, it's Mack. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Mack from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Running inside, it's Hill. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Pulls it in, it's Edwards. At the 45 on its way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Complete in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. front in the backfield, it's Edwards. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Austin Mack. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in, it's Kane. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Cobb. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. They're working that left side. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. In the red area, it's Cobb. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Mack got out of trouble, got rid of it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Motion from the back. Quarterback keeps it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Right down the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Now here's Mack. Zips it out to his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Unloads to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The run inside. It's Cobb. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that was was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field, and this
Might have a chance. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown tie. Great job by the back on the option. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. Throwing, Mack plucks it out of the air. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Quickly out to the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Tie ball game as we play in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it in, more than enough for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Cobb. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Tigers are marching down the field. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Rushes on him. Past the 30. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Maybe a crease. Got enough space. Touchdown, Auburn. That one will give them the lead.
And that's that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll go play action with Mack. It's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Now here's Mack. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to return it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there is some really good things happening. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Brown will throw it. Back open in the middle.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Here's a little room there. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release by the QB. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Holly, what update do you have for him?
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher rank.
There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Washington again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Washington. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Brown wants to pass. Here's a heat. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot put? Finding some room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Running right, Bryson Washington.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Austin Mack. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Mack. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there in that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
Lining up for the PAT. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a three-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.